All prizes give you a boost of joy, but this is a very special prize indeed. So I feel a little surprised but very happy to be shortlisted. Libraries are our cathedrals. That's where all the good stuff is held and protected. And on a personal basis, you can imagine if there's someone I do not know in the Stadtbücherei in Frankfurt coming to the beautiful conclusion that this book, Old God's Time, was what he or she considered to be a book worthy of nominating for the Dublin Literary Award, well, that has its own magic, as you can imagine. In the book, there is a little boy who lives with his mother and his grandfather in the turret flat in Queenstown Castle, not far from this very spot. And in the 60s, I was that little boy. And one day, I happened to look in a particular door where I probably shouldn't have been looking in. And I just saw a man in the middle of a rather bare room with his back to me, sitting in a wicker chair looking out over the sea around Dalkey Island, smoking a cigarillo. The miracle for me was in the making of the book, when I finally did write it. He allowed me, by some mysterious alchemy, to talk about or to write about many of the things, the darker things that have happened in my life, and somehow he allowed me to do that, so I feel very grateful for this possibly invented man. And they sat together, smelling the salted air that was stocked so thick with fishy smells, because just a few yards across the oily water was the stubby pier for the trawlers, the heroic fishermen of Dunleary, with their Wellington boots as creased as the skin of elephants and the boxes of otherworldly ice. They sat together, picking at the paint blisters with their fingers, June's bare legs covered in an almost imperceptible suggestion of downy hair, also something of a strange meadow, and her skin as brown as almonds, and her cotton dress on her trim form, and the crazily perfect face, as it seemed to him, someone so lovely he could barely breathe to think she was with him. Him, a mere copper of dubious extraction in his 30th year. The touch of her hand, not obviously like fire, but burning him all the same.